Hello, everyone. My name is Bobby Srivastav, and I'm a co-founder and chief product officer of Benekiva. And it's been a long time since I've done a making lemonade out of lemons series, but I felt like I'm going to restart this with a bang and invite one of my favorite people, Pat, to this forum. So, Pat, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Other than being a father of 7, which is crazy enough, I've been, in the customer service world for about 4 decades. Hard to imagine, between retail and construction and disaster stuff. But a couple of decades with Allstate Insurance, and a couple of years ago, I left Allstate, great company, and went to work for H2M, Architects and Engineers. So how does that tie in with Bobby Srivastav's and making lemonade out of lemons and insurance? Well, I was an insurance guy, and once I got in with H2M, we do a bunch of work with insurance companies, cause and origin and asbestos, et cetera, helping adjusters help their customers. So the theme remains of helping customers first and getting that service piece. So that's my bit. I've been in a lot of businesses, but all customer service oriented, starting way back with the newspaper routes when I was a kid and working my way through. So if you've ever watched any of the social media posts I have, my favorite hashtag is innovate from the customer backwards, kind of like Benekiva says, innovate from the beneficiary backwards. First. Right, if beneficiary first. And that's really the nature of what we do. So that's a little bit about me.
Perfect. So Pat, you're one of my favorite insurance in the whole insurance and insurtech influence mark area, right? So I love following your content. So tell us a little bit about what excites you about the insurance industry.
Well, insurance from way back was meant to mitigate fears of risk amongst people. And we won't get into the history of it, but in today's day and age, people don't really know what insurance is. So all of us who are involved, insurance professionals, people innovating, doing things with it, we are all focused on helping people. And after thousands of instances of sitting with customers who have suffered losses or claims or training new adjusters, we all work towards helping people. And that's easy to say, but in the insurance world, nobody calls when things are great. Hello, let's come over, have a cup of tea. Things are wonderful, right? It's an adverse customer service situation, and really good insurance people mitigate that. And it's wonderful to watch people go from fear to seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what I liked about the industry. Whole bunch of great folks helping people out.
Perfect. So tell us about the time when lemons were thrown at you, and how did you turn that around into?
Well, I'm going to dispute your statement. I say,
of course.
I say that it's always lemonade. It's just sometimes it's unsweetened. So what we need to do is try to find a way to sweeten the lemonade, because it's all a mishmash of things that happen. And there's a particular case, I don't know if you want particulars or whatever, but insurance is always people throwing lemons at you, whether it's customers who need service and they don't know they're throwing lemons, or it's vendors that want to take advantage or whatever. I'm sorry, that's my dog talking in the background about lemons. But there's a particular case that a customer suffered, and after some difficulties through our claims section, I was assigned to it because I was a senior guy. And the lemons were many. Customer had his backup, his people had their backup. There was really strong positions in place. The carrier had strong positions of what that was expected, and then the customer. And in negotiations, and you've been there more than once, you can't look at the strong positions. You have to look at the common interest. And of course, what's the common interest in insurance is settling a claim, resolving it in the terms of the contract. So that's the approach. I took all these lemons, of which there were many, and they were starting to get rotten, and reiterated everything that went on and recognized that this customer, no matter how strong his feelings were, and maybe a little incorrect, the carrier needed to explain that well in terms of the policy and in terms of what can that person see at the end of this tunnel. Is there a light there for it? So these circumstances happen a lot in insurance where there's adverse positions, and it's hard to not get your back up and take those strong positions. So insurance adjusting is almost always lemons. And the remembering is you have to consider what the common interest is. So that it's a big picture lemonade out of lemons situation, but it's a reminder for everyone. In insurance, you can't, and it's easy to get jaded in the insurance world because you think, oh, they're up to something, and they're not up to something. At the end of the day, the claim's got to get settled. That's lemonade with sweetener in it, whether it's sugar or non-sugar sweetener. That's always got to happen. Sweet lemonade.
Exactly. And if it's unsweetened and people, then even if you have settled the claim, then it's a bad taste in people's mouth.
The taste, oh, you are so right, Bobby. The taste, you could settle it and close your claim. But that customer's telling 25, 30, and in social media days, it gets posted immediately.
Yeah.
Adverse situations. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that next time.
Yay. So what advice would you give to an insurtech that's trying to get into the industry, or an insurance professional that's new into the profession, with your so much years of experience and your focus on the customer? What advice would you give? What would you give that?
There's a conference happening right now in Monte Carlo, and I saw the list of things that they were going to talk about. Whole bunch of great stuff and great panelists. I mean, really world-class folks. Not one note in there about customers. Not one thing brought up. They're going to talk about all kinds of great stuff. Not one piece that said, oh, we're going to think about this customer. So anybody who's in the insurance world, you get up on a day, I don't care who you are. You could be a programmer. What was that? What were you looking for at Benekiva? I forget what it was, but I had no idea what
developer.
A stack developer.
Node.js experience. If you're one of those, come talk to me.
That person that gets hired is going to say, I'm a technical code writing person, but that person is a customer service person who happens to be technical, because whatever that person is programming, at the end of the day, it's either helping the Benekiva staff, it's helping the customer buy something, or agent sell something, or a beneficiary be able to get a benefit. We are all customer service people who happen to be technical in nature. Every one of them. I don't care who it is, sales, distribution, underwriting, actuaries, really technical, growly builder types. We're all customer service people, and that's what we have to remember every interaction with anybody. What is in it for the customer? You ask a customer, what's InsurTech right now? 999 out of 1,000 are going to say, I have no idea what you're talking about. My insurance agent's a great guy, or I had a claim. InsurTech doesn't mean anything. The customer means everything. So that's my one piece of advice. The other piece is, it's unfortunate that carriers discourage staff from interacting on social media. And there's a lot of reasons for it, business plans and such, but not necessarily interact, but observe, interact, look, read what's happening. And not just if you're a life insurance person, see what's happening in P&C, see what's happening in workers' comp, see whatever. You're going to learn, and all this is a big piece that comes together and helps carry the institution forward. And with the loss of intellectual capital that's happening in the insurance industry now, we need multi-talented, multi-disciplined persons in the insurance world to carry things forward. There's hundreds of thousands of people that service insurance just in the States, and make that into millions around the country. Learn things every day, because that's what customers need you to do that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Pat. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, there's the
Hopefully, one of these
lemonade.
days we'll get to see. Well, we saw each other last year, but
Mhm.
we need to have like a reunion of all the insurance nerds
Well,
and
I'm
all
going
the
to
social media
whisper.
people. Okay.
I'm going to have a session in Western New York this early winter.
Okay.
There's a carrier that wants to sponsor it. Now, it doesn't matter who shows up or doesn't show up. It's not going to be like ITC with 7,000 people showing it. It's just going to be folks getting together who are insurance advocates, insure tech, whatever the heck it is. So maybe this January we'll get you to Buffalo, New York. It's nice here. There's things to do, hockey games and such, but we'll all hook up on it. But I really enjoy watching your lemonade videos, but I'm telling you, it's all lemonade. It's just how much sweetener do they get? And you can't put too much sweetener in because then your underwriting people are saying you're paying too much. So.
Well, thank you so much, Pat, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Bobby. Take care.